It was in the 70s that I really got started, a little over 40 years, I guess. I had a older model BMW that wasn't running right, didn't know how to fix it, so I took it to a shop. And by the time he got done, I figured, hell, I can do that as well as he can, so I brought it back and cleaned it up myself, and it wasn't long before the word got out, hey, Murphy works on BMWs, and away we went. It's been downhill ever since. Roughly, I have restored one motorcycle every 2 years. That makes about 20, and then there are the years when I do a couple per year, so I would say 30 in the course of that 40 years. I kind of decided that my interests lie in the older technology and the proven designs rather than the new super slick fly-by-wire equipment that's coming out now. And so that's what I've centered my business around, is keeping the old girls running and restoring them. And it's turned out to be just about right for a one-horse operation. I've always said that the pre-70 BMWs were so butt ugly, they were beautiful. They're just such an enclosed unit, and the frame is so obviously overbuilt. I just love them to death, and anytime I can get my hands on one, I either make it run or I restore it or fix it for somebody else. But those clear going up into the /5, /6, /7 are all the airhead machines. I know that on a cross-country trip, I'll take one of those before I'll take a late model machine with a computer in it. About all that does is let you call for a tow truck.
But now, wait a minute. We were talking about a nice slow ride through the country. Well, if there was ever a machine to do that with, it's on an old Beamer.
I've had them come in for nothing more than a renovations. One has been sitting, but he doesn't want to spend the money. And we take something like that, go clear through it, set up the tires, make sure the motor's in shape, transmission works, and all that sort of thing. And he can take off down a muddy road and have all the fun he wants to have. I have a lathe, and I have built about 95% of every tool I need, just with welding it and cutting it and lathing it out. And you figure that almost everything on a given motorcycle is round. It's just a matter of making a round tool that will fit. And so I have, and I've saved a lot of money. I come by my parts by dismantling and outright purchase, and I hoard for my own work. That way, if I need a part, I don't have to worry about where it's coming from or what's going to cost. It's mine to begin with. So any chance I get, I pick up the parts and I stuff them away and make use of them. I pull the motor, transmission, final drive out and bead blast those so that they look fresh. Then I farm out the frame to a powder coater. I send the sheet metal, the fenders and the gas tank and that kind of thing to a painter. Then the wheels head for Buchanan spoke to get the rims polished and stainless steel spokes put in. Sometimes I'll do it myself. The list goes on and on. Chroming, nickel plating, pinstriping, decals, tank badges, on until it's all here. And once it's all here, then it goes on the rack. We put the motor together, stuff it in the frame, and off we go from there on. And when we finally get done, we take it for a nice long ride, make sure it's wrung out, we take our pictures, and then we call the owner and tell him we got something for you. I enjoy it. This is as much for me as it is for the guy I'm building it for. We're happy with the routine we've got here. We have a good time. But I'm a simple guy and I like a simple machine, and that's what we're talking about. So I restore them and I keep them going for people, and that's my little world.